I'm really excited that I am going to be going on this journey. I want to bring more awareness to other Kanaka and other people throughout the Pacific. I'm hoping that from documenting this firsthand, that it will bring more awareness to Hōlanikū, and more people will know about her, and they will know about the North Hawaiian Islands, and we can say her name again.
Aloha. Okay, hello. Welcome back to Native Diaspora. I'm your host, Belinda, also known as Kalani, and it's been a while since I've been on here. It has been a journey, let me tell you. It's been 6 months. I am so sorry. There has been so many things, and we're gonna get into it. We're really gonna get into it. So for people who have been following me for a while, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I had taken a journey and sailed through Papahanao, Mokuakea. For those that don't know, these are our northwestern Hawaiian Islands. I was supposed to be there for 1 year. I had a few markets on Hawaii Island where I had told people that I was going to be doing my podcast out here and I was going to be documenting my experience. I really wanted to my whole goal was to bring more awareness that these islands exist. I have 137. I wanted to target specifically Kanaka Maoli, but also to other Polynesians throughout the Pacific. So that was my biggest goal. I had markets where I was bringing awareness of Hōlanikū. Hōlanikū is the furthest atoll and the island where I was going to be doing volunteer work as well as living on this island with 4 others, I think it was. And man, let me tell you, things was happening. So I have been sitting with this for months, literally for a very, very long time, of how open and honest I wanted to be with you guys, because once this information is out, it's out there, right? We can't take it back. With that being said, I did write a blog on my website. If you haven't tuned in already, it's nativediaspora.com, and you can put your email in under Reading Connections. I did speak up a little bit on it while keeping it very vague, basically saying that it didn't work out and I was supposed to be living there for 1 year, but ended up being sent home early. I do want to say, I'm not going to mention the organization just for confidentiality reasons, but I think my story needs to be told in the most professional way that I can, while also staying true to myself and staying true to what I know to be okay and not okay. So here goes.
First and foremost, as I wrote in my blog, I'm not sharing this to get any organization or anyone in trouble. After all, the organization and I did leave on good terms, and I would never want to steer anyone away from this opportunity because of my perceived experience.
So I went with this organization who live on our eldest island, Hōlanikū, and I did let this organization know that I do have a podcast. And I asked specifically if I can document my experience on this island to bring awareness throughout the Pacific, because I did have the amazing opportunity to go backpacking in 2023, where I went to some of the different islands and I did like the Polynesian Triangle. So I went to Tahiti, and then I went to Raiatea, and I went to Aotearoa and Rapa Nui. And it was like this amazing ancestral experience. And I did connect with so many people from my traveling that I also wanted to have them on my podcast, because I wanted to have a platform where the truth is being told from the people, not just from the people who occupy us. And I did see a very similar issue from all these different places that I visited and all these different places that were colonized and occupied by other places. So that's kind of how it started. That's how this whole thing started. So my podcast is very outspoken. It is very outspoken against the society and the structures and capitalism and colonialism and government, all of that. So they had agreed without knowing what my podcast was on. They had agreed that I could do my podcast from out there and then I could bring awareness of these islands and bring awareness to some of the issues that are happening. As I'm getting ready to leave for this trip, it was just like everything came crashing down at once. So I moved out of my apartment in June. It was like June 1st. I moved out of my apartment. I was ready to go. My trip on my journey for 1 year, dedicated my life to 1 year for this. Rid of all of my things, honestly. Like, I got rid of a lot of clothes because I just was like, I'm going to be so different. It was maybe like a week before I was supposed to go to Oahu. I was going to be staying in a cabin that they provided. I received a phone call and it was just basically like, found your podcast. And I was like, okay. And that's kind of where the issues started.
So I'm here on this island with 4 to 5 other people that I've never met. I have interviewed with 2 of the people that I'll be with, and I've been in, text communication with one of them, and he's great. I also had some reservations about going because the entire team is Haole white, and I have built a community here on this island. I've built a Hawaiian community, and I was really nervous to leave this Hawaiian community for a non-Hawaiian community, something that weighed really heavily on my heart. So this program has a lot of people from outside the continent apply because they send their information to like these colleges and universities on the continent. It's a volunteer opportunity, right? So most marginalized people cannot volunteer for 6 months or a year at a time without getting paid. And so it does attract a lot of white people because they have more opportunity to do things like this. So I'm really hoping to bring more awareness throughout the Pacific for others to apply to this program. And I'm hoping that from documenting this firsthand, this whole experience, that it will bring more awareness to Hōlanikū and know about the Hawaiian, North Hawaiian Islands, and it will just like change the demographic of that space.
And I did mention that they were white. I did use that word. Moving forward, I think I'll use the word haole because of the backlash. Yeah, I'm also part white, so I didn't think anything like of it per se, other than that the people that I was going with did have no ancestral ties or connection to Hawaii specifically. And whole thing was to bring awareness, to bring other Hawaiians and Polynesians in these spaces. That's kind of where the first issue had gathered. I also did mention that this organization does have a lot of people apply from on the continent, from elsewhere, like our continent and stuff. They do put the information out to colleges. So they have people applying from Texas and all these different universities, which is accurate. That's kind of where the first issue had happened. I was told to remove that video, which I did. I removed it. Energy can come off as very like, whoo. I've been told that I'm a little intense, but I'm like, what? Me? Intense? No. And I use this as like a way to learn about myself and learn how to be more effectively communicative towards everyone. That was kind of the first issue that arose. Then there was more issues because my podcast is very rooted in like sovereignty and I do speak out against the government and stuff like that. Then I was told that I can't have an opinion on the state of Hawaii. Like those were the exact words. Can't have an opinion on the state of Hawaii. Can't have an opinion on DLNR. And I'm like, well, damn, like I'm very opinionated, like I was like, whew, like I felt like the universe was really telling me like all these obstacles were happening, right? And I'm like, damn, like I don't know like how to make sense of this. Like there was a lot happening. Like aside from that, like I was having issues with my cat Kolohe being watched, all these unseen like obstacles coming up. And I really just couldn't make sense of it because there were so many things that were really pushing me to go. Like all these ancestral signs, like I was having dreams, I was meeting the same people who had went. Like there were all these things. And I was like, no, like I'm meant to go. Like this is happening. But then all these other obstacles just started unraveling. I was also told that I can't do my podcast out there anymore. I was told I had to remove that video after me promising all these people that I'm going to be doing my podcast out there. Then I was told that like any prior videos, interviews that I had done, they needed to go through them, specifically about Papahanaumokuakea. I just felt like I was being very limited. I was also just starting off my business where I had some of my merch being sold in the mall, and I had some of like my different things and stickers and art shirts being sold like on Hawaii Island. And I was told that I can't sell my stuff anymore as well. So I'm like, okay, so you expect me to volunteer for a year and make absolutely like no income? Like that's kind of crazy. Like I'm not 21 anymore. Like I need money, not to say that I need money at 21, but you're a little bit more like free, right? You're like, money, like, like it's gonna come, right? Like, no, I'm an adult now. So there was just like all these things coming up. And I remember my friend telling me like, Kalani, like, this is not you. Like, you're not one to tone your voice or not share your opinions. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Maybe this is what I need to know, learning how to do things other ways. So I basically agreed to all of this. And there were more unforeseen obstacles with my cat. Like I had a backup plan for her that ended up not working out. I had another family that was going to watch her. That didn't work out. And I was like, okay, like 3 is my number for those that know. 333 in the comments if you watching this. 3 is my number. And I'm like, okay, it's been 3 now that it just like didn't work out for her. So like I take this as an ancestral sign that I'm not gonna go. And I have at this point got rid of all my things. I don't have anywhere to live. I got rid of a shit ton of my clothes, like all my housing stuff, like my car. Luckily, I still had my car, but it wasn't even like really working. It was at like my uncle and auntie's house. What am I going to do? Like, this is crazy. And then the most amazing family came in, Marissa and Phil, and it felt like all my prayers had been received. And I met this family and it literally could not have been a better fit. And Kolohe adapted so well. And I did surrender Kolohe to them. When I came back from my trip, which I'll get to, like I went to go see Kolohe and she ran away. It made me really sad. And I basically realized that I needed her more than she needed me. And so I decided to surrender her, which was like really hard because like, I miss her too. Like I miss her. I think about her a lot, but she was like literally with me for like 5 years, but so happy for them. And yeah, I'm not going to cry. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying. This happened. And then like my kumu had told me too, like, Kalani, like, don't you think the universe is telling you not to go? Like, do you not see the signs? And like, I'm so hard-headed, right? So like, no, I'm going. Like, it's happening. And it did. It happened. And I went and I deleted the video and I decided to go on this journey. And it finally, it finally all worked out. And I was like so relieved that I was like, like anyone thought that I wasn't going to go. Like, told you. I remember sailing there. Oh my God.